Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of The Road to Glory. Now, this episode is powered by my sponsor, Elgato Gaming and the HD60 capture card. You guys know it by now. That's the reason why my gameplay is so crisp and smooth. It's the 60 frames per second that the capture device offers. If you'd like to pick one up for yourself, there is of course a link down below in the description. So, we get cracking today by going into our last couple of games with Lone Griezmann. He's been an absolute godsend for us, so hopefully he can do the business in these last couple of games. We go into the first game and we come up against what looks to be, I don't know, average to moderate looking BPL squad. He's lacking a tiny bit of chemistry because his BPL cam is obviously injured or sent off or something. He's using charisma there instead. Can we do anything against this guy? Well, we try our best of course, but we hit the underside of the bar very early on with Kevin Prince Boateng. That's not quite how we want to roll. I actually want to score some goals. I obviously put a little bit too much power on that shot right there. We continue on our attack early on in this game, playing it through to Antoine Griezmann, who I think just gets called offside, but for some odd reason my opponent decides to pause it. I completely lost my speech right there, but he decides to pause and quit. Not quite sure why. So we get 100. We get a whopping 135 coins, and we don't get any games taken off our division or go against it or anything like that because it was under 5 minutes of gameplay. That's really strange. He obviously decided that he really just didn't want to play. So we go into a new match and we come up against what is a much more tough opponent. He's got a La Liga squad with the likes of Feghouli. He's got Rodrigo, Konoplyanka, someone that is absolutely awesome this year in FIFA 16. But we get our free kick and I'm going to try it again. And you know what? It's going to work again. That technique, I am telling you, time and time again, it works. Flick it up, they can't get a defender there quick enough, and you've got an open shot on goal, and if you do it with the right player, you can score a goal quite nicely. However, he gets straight back into the game with a nice equaliser there from Feghouli, I believe it was, but we go straight down the other end and win ourselves a penalty, courtesy of, I think that was Abu Diaby winning that one right there. Florenzi, don't know why he stepped up, but he did step up, and he did score, and he restores that 1-goal lead. Now, it's a foggy pitch, and I've mentioned that I'm not so much of a fan of that, but it didn't seem to matter for me in this game because a lot of luck was going our way, and as you can tell by that goal right there, it was just my day, and I feel like I've been having a lot of off days lately, so when I was playing this, I was actually quite nice and happy and surprised that it was actually going nice and well. He did, however, get a second goal back, but I don't know, I just genuinely wasn't feeling too scared or worried because I felt like the game was going to be in my favour no matter what. And we continued to try and strive for another goal in the second half. Good save from the keeper to keep that one away. But Kevin Prince Boateng struts his stuff in the box with a Berber spin and sticks that one in the back of the net. How many times have we seen him do that exact move? He loves a good Berber spin and it works for him. So we then push on with Antoine Griezmann outpacing the defence and a lovely ball roll to finish into the back of the net there, making us 3 goals in the lead, and I felt very comfortable at this point in time. I started to try all sorts of different stuff, and I wouldn't have been that upset if he scored another goal, which, well, he does get through with Rodrigo, and he does stick another one in the back of the net. But it's just not that big of a deal, really, because we've still got a 2-goal lead, and we were close to the end of the match, and it finishes 5-3. So we finally get some points on the board in our division. That's not too bad at all. We get 3 points. We haven't got many games in order to keep ourselves up. However, that is the second game of this episode due to that first game rage quit guy. So we're already out of contracts with Griezmann. He's done. He's gone. And I realised that I wasn't getting my 1,000 coin bonuses from the games, with obviously that had run out. So I decided to once again go and find another one in the catalogue. They don't last forever, but if you've got a catalogue, you can keep finding them in there. And we switched things over to the 3-5-2 side because that's all we've got really left at the moment. We come up against a 100 chem weird sort of Bundesliga Premier League hybrid mix, Man United, Bayern Munich, that sort of thing going on. He's got Depay, he's got Douglas Costa, and he had a bright green kit as well. He went 1-0 up after, well, not even 6 minutes, and I just when I said like the other game I felt was in my favour, I felt this one wasn't. Just everything I was doing, like this here, hitting the inside of the post, missing the rebound, everything I was doing, I felt like I wasn't going to score. That's okay though, because you know sometimes you get games like that, and we were trying at least. You know, it was a relatively close match. He was a decent-ish player, but it depends. If I say it was a close match and he's a decent player, I'm kind of calling myself a decent player, which obviously we've established I'm not really. But we were trying anyway. We're trying our best. I think where I'm lacking at the moment is really the actual goal scoring, and I'm alright in the middle of the park. But the actual goal scoring and the actual like last ditch defending, that's the two areas where I'm going wrong. And well, he got another shot, stuck it straight into the top of the net. That's the clinicalness that I'm not getting right now, because as you can see, we've had the exact same shots on goal and he scored twice with it and I've scored 0 times. So there's obviously a problem there somewhere, something I need to iron out and figure out a way to actually, I don't know, be a little bit more prolific and score some goals and keep myself in these games in order to progress through the divisions. He does make it 3-0. We then hit the edge of the post from like inside the 6-yard box, which really frustrated me. You know, it wasn't going in the back of the net. No matter what I did in this particular game, I don't think I was going to really score a goal, which I came to terms with after about the 30th minute or something, when I had chances that were going awry. However, he kind of gifted me one towards the end, so thank you very much for that, bro. He brought his keeper out, saw that I was in good space, and I think, oh, you know what, I'm just going to chip him. But the game does end 3-1, and we lose, so that's not looking good for the division. We do get our 1,500 coins, though, because the boost is now in effect for another 5 games. But if you saw those stats right there, I actually had more shots and stuff. So I need to learn how to actually turn them shots into goals. But I think that's going to wrap up today's episode. You know, we've played our games with our teams. We've run out of games with Griezmann. So I think at the start of the next episode, I might build a new squad. We've actually got close to 50,000 coins at the moment. So I think what I'm going to do is I've got an idea. I'm not done with Griezmann. I want to pick one up, but I also want to pick another awesome player up with him that I think you guys are going to like. So stay tuned for the next episode in a couple of days. If you've enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will catch you next time, boys. Peace.